Доброго времени суток, дорогие зрители моего канала. Меня зовут Веритас, и сегодня у нас внезапно не Dead Money. Тут мне хотят накинуть квест из НКР, при том, что я считаюсь изгоем у них. Заодно попробуем немножечко улучшить у них репутацию. Это обязательно пригодится. Здорово, чел.
This area is locked down by the NCR military until we can dislodge some Legion snakes from Nelson. Is that so? Can't say I've ever heard a good word about you. Lots of bad ones, though. So why don't you just turn your butt around and scoot back down the road before I blast some daylight through you? Well, I suppose I don't care much either. At least not enough to turn down an offer for help. If you had a few dozen doses of Psycho on you, maybe we could pep those weepy troopers into charging down into Nelson and taking back the camp. But since that's not likely, you could help me take out the Legion's trooper hostages. The troopers won't go down into camp with their comrades at risk. Dirty game the Legion likes to roll out whenever they get a chance. Problem is, Ranger Milo doesn't want to play. If we take out the hostages, they've got squat for leverage. Back at Ranger School, they taught us not to run headlong into a battle when you're outnumbered 10-1. You want to go down there and try to haul those crippled boys off those poles? You're dumber than you look. Good. We clear out the hostages, they lose their advantage. They're down in a clearing, crucified on some telephone poles. I'll cover you from the ridge. Just make it quick. These boys should be put out of their misery, not plinked to death with some old varmint rifle. And don't get any dreamy notions about playing the hero and dragging these boys out. You'll get swarmed. Now let's go.
А я все-таки поиграю в героя. Типа, что бы вы обо мне не думали, товарищ, я все-таки играю за более-менее положительного персонажа. У меня есть что-нибудь? Патронов нет. Ну, давайте. Первый. Легионеров я, блин, не перебью. Серьезно? Я их основной лагерь зачистил, чувак. А где, кстати, легионеры? Мне, между прочим, Роскомнадзор запретил совершать военные преступления. Так что уж сорян. Так, а где реально... Типа, вы этого боитесь там, серьезно? Тут 1,5 человека, которые едва вооружены. Может, тут где-то еще есть. А если попробую их освободить все-таки? Ну и чё, вы чё, серьезно?
Things are getting stranger every day.
А я вроде как считаюсь врагом НКР, напоминаю.
Me and Carmine, that's my repeater here. We'll do our best to cover you from this ridge. Good luck.
Так, напомните, что там за назначенное место? А, они сейчас сами добегут.
Howdy. What's the word? I have to admit, I didn't think you could do it. Guess that makes me the sap and you the hero. I'm not authorized to pay for contract work, but here's something for the effort. And I'll make sure everyone hears about what you did. Thanks.
Сколько в целом идет видео? Видео идет 6 минут, ребятки, так что я еще успею добежать и начать мертвые деньги. Мне нужно вон туда дальше по дороге. Я не помню, лишат ли меня там оружия. Но если не лишать, то звуковая пушка мне очень понадобится.
Time to fight.
Oh my god.
That's all.
Погода какая-то странненькая. Прям потемнело все вокруг. Твою мать. В смысле невозможно? А как? Это что, не тот бункер? Ну-ка, секундочку. Так, что же нас тут ждет? Мы видим труп, у которого явно случился взрыв башки. Это у нас спойлер. И судя по всему, да, судя по всему, у нас отберут снаряжение. Оп. Терминальчик. То есть у нас тут предполагается домик, да? По итогу. Который, скорее всего, откроется только когда мы закончим дополнение. Хорошо. Ой. Капец, скримеры.
Don't you like me anymore?
Да, обобрали.
You've heard of the Sierra-Madre casino. We all have. The legend, the curses, foolishness about it lying in the middle of the city of the dead. Buried beneath a blood-red cloud. A bright, shining monument luring treasure hunters to their doom. The world's most famous stars and entertainers were invited to its grand opening. An invitation was a sign of exclusiveness. The opening was supposed to symbolize a road to a brighter future. Not just for the world, but for all who came to its doors. A chance for anyone to begin again. Except the Sierra-Madre never opened. The war froze it in time, like a big flashbulb going off. The grand opening, one big ending of humanity. It's still out there, in the wastes, preserved, just waiting for someone to crack it open. But getting to it, that's not the hard part. It's letting go.
Это у нас побыстрее было.
Are you listening? Good. From now on, when I talk, listen and follow my instructions. Play stupid, play clever. Make the mistake of saying no. That collar on your neck will go off and take your head with it. It's like that Pit Boy on your wrist, except filled with explosives. A little radio of the old world. Just needed some tune. Do what I say, and the collar will go off. Refuse, try and run, disobey me, I'll kill you and find someone else. There's no escape from here until I let you go. The sooner you accept your situation, the better.
Как же ты неприятно скрипишь, блин, в наушниках.
That structure you see above the fountain, the Sierra-Madre casino. You need to break inside. Heist. Too many years in the making. But to get inside, avoid its traps. You'll need to gather a team. As I found, one cannot do it alone.
И да, это тот самый Элайджа, о котором мы периодически ловили инфу, и который когда-то был старейшиной Братства Стали.
Around the villa are 3 other collars like yours. Collar 8, 12, and 14. Find all 3 and get them here to the fountain. Then we'll talk more. And should you get any ideas about killing each other and taking the treasure of the Sierra-Madre for yourself, a warning. All your collars are linked. One of you dies, you all die. If that's what it takes to make you cooperate, so be it. Because in some respects, breaking into the Sierra-Madre is easier than breaking the human instinct. Greed. The villa is filled with corpses. Some killed by the dangers here, some by me. Others turned on each other. Once they realized the Sierra-Madre could be theirs, they cared nothing for their freedom, their survival, or each other. The ones brought here live on only in what they've left behind. Their marks, graffiti on the walls, and victims they've killed. Some tried to help, left supplies and healing for others who came. Their reward? They were tracked down, killed by others with baser instincts. Some of these murderers went as far as to leave traps behind them, turning markers for help into death traps for anyone following them. It killed some of them when they forgot where the traps were, or when they desperately needed the assistance they had cut others off from. Too many. This place is dangerous. And its quarantine measures, its hazards, have claimed many failures upon failures. You think I wanted to place collars on you to ensure compliance? No. If robots could have done this, I would have sent them. The Sierra-Madre is a complicated lock. Cracking it open requires human hands. The Sierra-Madre has many defenses, means of screening guests for illicit or dangerous items. Your arrival here, weaponless, was not my intention. The casino, this villa, it takes anything with even a trace of radioactivity, traces of unknown substances, and returns it home, the bunker. The process is automated, and the casino itself has other similar services. I was unable to find a workaround except to send others in as tools. Still, I have not left you defenseless. And the Sierra-Madre's security, in some respects, can help you if you are resourceful enough. This place is well preserved. Few who came here ever returned. All the treasures of the old world lie scattered about, virtually untouched. Search, hunt, craft what you can from what you find. The trash of the pre-war era can keep you alive. Food, knives, more. Use them. Even those toxins and the residue it leaves behind can be shaped into tools and weapons, gatherers as well. Also, there is one more thing in your possession. A rifle that will keep you alive, as surely as the caller will. It was a hollow rifle, a weapon I constructed when I arrived. I have since made superior models and modifications. For now, that tool will have to do until you find other weapons. And I suggest you do. The hollow rifle's ammo is limited. Still, it should serve well enough. I fashioned it from the holograms of the villa and used it against the villa's living inhabitants. Yes, inhabitants. Avoid them if you can. They are difficult to kill. Whatever has created them, bullets, explosions, energy, it can make them inert for a time, then they seem to crawl back up, restored. Perhaps it's the cloud. Perhaps something in their physiology. The cloud is what blankets the sky here. You may smell it in the air, copper and sulfur. Burns the lungs and seeps into the skin. As for its origins, I'm not certain. Pre-war industrial pollutants. Something in the Sierra-Madre structure. It is unique across the wasteland. And deadly. It has kept this place preserved since the Great War.
Я могу сказать, откуда оно. Это облако находилось в хранилище этого, или не хранилище. Короче, его поместили в это казино при договоре с Большой горой. У них там был договор по поводу вроде защиты, ну, системы защиты и оплаты этого дела. Ну и в обмен они сделали это казино одним большим полем для экспериментов. Но что-то пошло не так, как обычно, и вот что мы видим в итоге.
You'll die, so be careful where you step. I've seen some survive concentration of the cloud for short periods of time, if healthy enough. Others were too weak. Rebreathers, chemical suits, there is no protection against it. It decays all it touches. I found fighting it useless. Anywhere sheltered from the cloud. Inside buildings, tunnels. Any place not exposed to the outside air. Anything the cloud has touched has preserved it one way or another. But only the holograms in the villa truly remain. Ghosts. They fill the villa. More in the casino. Much more. They carry out the functions the dead once did. They cannot be harmed. They only perform the same rote tasks until their power dies. They are of no consequence, except for the security holograms, the ones with the silhouettes of the armored Sьерра-Мадре guards. Most holograms perform specific functions. The security holograms, ever since the bombs fell, now perform their function. They will kill anyone they detect. They are immune to guns, weapons, EMPs, even energy weapons. Still, they have limitations. Their design limits their field of view, enough to avoid detection. Each has an emitter. Destroy or disable it, and they cease to be a threat. Still, at least they still work as intended. Other technology here is more of a threat to you. Notably, the villa's radios and speakers. Yes, music was intended to be broadcast all over the villa. Over time, however, the radio signal has decayed and emits a different frequency. Speakers and radios interfere with the bomb caller frequency and can trigger the detonators prematurely. It is an unfortunate side effect, one I did not anticipate. I was unable to calibrate the callers to block the signals. So, you'll have to make do.
Спасибо.
Yes, but not immediately. You'll hear a beep from your caller's detonator. When you do, step back, scan the area, and find the signal source. There are damaged speakers and shielded ones. The damaged ones you can destroy at range. Don't get close. You can't switch them off like a radio. The damaged speakers are sparking. Hard to miss. The casings are resistant to vandalism. Punching or hitting them will not destroy them. Gunshots, energy blasts, even spears thrown with great force can puncture their exterior. Shielded speakers can't be destroyed at all. You need to avoid them or switch them off via a terminal. I'll leave the method up to you. I've downloaded the instructions and markers on your Pip-Boy, in case you forget. And yes, I have access to that device on your wrist. Get the other 3 here after that. I'll have more instructions for you. Do this, I'll let you go. I'll let all of you go. Your piece of Rocco trash will help you, I've insured it. It can latch onto the signal of the callers and tune into their frequencies. The bomb callers come with radios embedded in them. You can eavesdrop easily. It was part of their design to listen in. They can even screen out white noise from the environment to allow greater monitoring. One is a trusted ally. Obedient, caller unknown, although the caller helps. The other 2, well, we'll have to see what the trap's got. Yes. Caller 8, the FEV reject, the super mutant. He's docile, predictable, and provided he's not starving, should be easy to command. I lost contact with him some time ago. Probably after he dragged you here from the trap. Find him. He'll follow you. Caller unknown.
Ну, что такое вры, я знаю, ладно.
Good. If necessary, I will guide you through the villa's broadcast systems.
If you get lost, return here and I'll direct you. I've downloaded instructions on an audio log to your Pip-Boy in case you can't read. If you forget why you're here, let my voice remind you.
Кстати, что у меня сейчас по весу? Это хорошо. Ага, спасибо. А патроны мне как? Дать... Фишечки соберу, может пригодятся. Я, правда, хз, нужны ли они. Но пусть типа будут. Елать же, сука, верни патроны. Хотя бы. Какой смысл мне от пушки без патронов? Гений. Ты б хоть какой-то нож дал. О, я могу телепортироваться на большую гору. Вот шутки ради. А, понял, они как бы... Все, я понял. Да, тупанул. Какой-то бах. Так, мне сейчас вот сюда. О, привет. Броню мне не оставили. А, ну да, я же слышал, как она со мной попрощалась. Раздели, сволочи. Извращуги. А, зато тут музыка есть. О! Живем. Но мне бы что-то, знаете, такое холодненькое. Я правда не уверен, на кой мне нужны эти фишки. Тайник Дина. О, нож-копье. Вот это уже куда получше. Потому что огнестрелом я планирую пользоваться, чтобы обезвреживать. Ну давай. Так, этот точно умер. А, деактивируем нахрен. Не нужны мне тут никакие голограммы. Вот тут мне, скорее всего, будет некомфортно, да? А, я регенерирую довольно быстро. Но недостаточно быстро, да? пригодятся. Я так понял, бить этих товарищей кулаками будет проблематично. Так, сюда мы пока не пойдем. Что у нас тут? Карта какая вообще? А, понятно. Ну тут по большей части коридорчик такой будет.
Speakers and radios interfere with the bomb caller frequency and can trigger the detonators prematurely. It is an
А я могу как-нибудь...
effect one I did not anticipate. I was unable to calibrate the callers to block the signals.
А, вижу.
Have to make do.
Так.
Noise makes my stomach hurt. Turn the noise off.
О! Какой нож? Космический. Ну, допустим. Смотрите, тут не пикает. Это выход наружу, да.
He's watching, waiting for you to try and let me go.
Ну, капец, мне теперь ее еще искать надо, да? О, стимуляторы. А, это мидекс. А вот это мы берем. Это все еще не то, что мне нужно. Мне нужен какой-то способ. Нашел.
Master, help me. Master, help me, please.
Так, теперь как тебя открыть?
Get away while you can, before he comes back.
А, стоп, я понял. Там мне указывают, куда идти. Я туплю опять.
Knew you would come below the cage, down to where I am. Maybe you saw the letters I scratched on the villa walls. A little farther. Follow my voice. That's it. The one in the cage? Dog. I had to lock him up. He keeps disobeying me.
Да куда они ее запихнули? Может, отсюда видно будет. Ладно, похрен. Chances, though. You may be some victim who simply stumbled down here. If so, can't let you let dog out. No, not yet. If you're who I think А,
you
это
are,
как раз таки
you came
тот
to fetch
и
dog.
был
Use him to drag others here.
сигнал.
Now I'll use you and that Pip-Boy you're wearing.
Так, мне нужно запись.
Dog, back in the cage.
What have we here? You weren't who I was expecting. I'm disappointed. Still, even if you aren't my intended guest, you take direction. Good. You can't have been an idiot to figure out how to release me from my cage. Or perhaps you are, with that leash on your arm, and the one around your neck. With our collars and manacles, why, we may as well be kin. I'm the voice of reason. I sleep sometimes. Down in the basement, in the cage. Now that I'm awake, Dog goes back in the cage. Dog knows I'm here, but can't do anything about it. I'm his conscience. Keep him tame, keep him from hurting us, doing foolish things. I've been trapped in here for some time. Then you come along and let me out. So, you opened my cage for a reason. Now, I want to know why. That's the easy explanation. The one humans use. Pre-war technology. As if it's the cause of all ills, mind and body. I needed to come out of the cage to protect Dog. From clever humans. Like you. Do you see these wounds of his, covering his skin? The bear trap on his arm. He placed his own hand in it. The name he carved in his chest. To remind him of who he is, he inflicts pain on himself to silence me, when all I try to do... He cuts, hurts, and tries to murder me out of him. He won't succeed, just makes me angrier. Dog is the beast. We simply change cages, like the ones here.
Как Халк наоборот.
It's close. Closer than I'd like. Dog's been into things. Needs to think before he eats. Chew before he swallows. He's eager that way. Now the collar's a part of me. Inside. I can feel its electronic heartbeat. Clicking and burning down below. Like before. It was cold and heavy before going in the cage. Now you're here, and it's pulling and kicking again. Tugging like a leash. Interesting. Really? Yet it led you here, to me. And now you're here, and it's burning a hole in my guts. Maybe it's crying for its owner. They detach. When segmented, they look like nothing more than metallic rad scorpions. And if they're attached to neck flesh, warm, red. Dog doesn't care what's on the body he's crushing in his hands. He'll mangle it, twist it, make it fit until he's full. Dog can't help himself. Hungry, greedy. And now the collar's inside, alive again. And we're trapped here until it goes cold. No, I don't think so. Even in here, I have more control than you do. I'm not leaving until the one who controls the collar shows. Not his voice, not his hand, not his lackey. Him. And when he comes to see me, we'll settle things. So go on. Go back to your master. Tell him I'm waiting for him. Dog may follow him. I won't. Then I still win. I'd rather die in this cell than have Dog follow him any longer. Follow his orders, his commands, desperate for recognition. The old man, he has the need to hold on to the past, to the Madre. I'd rather be free. Let go of this shell than have it cage me any longer. They all wanted their freedom at first. Then, they realized they could get inside the Sierra-Madre. After that, their freedom wasn't important anymore. They couldn't let go, just like the old man. So you say you want your freedom? No. Even if you feel that way, it won't last. You'll forget, get greed blind, and you'll turn. Dog? You're not talking to him now, are you? No. Even if you could drag Dog out of his cage, you still couldn't get him out of this cage. I put him here for a reason. If he could have escaped, he would have. so here he stays. Of course you can't. This cage is locked tight. From you and the old man.
Секундочку. Как же много мы звездим.
The key? Why, it's the old man, the one who brought us here. I hid the key on me so Dog wouldn't know. I just need the old man to show up, so he and I can talk. If Dog was in control when the old man appeared, well, he would just do whatever he commanded, as always. And I can't have that. They were here when I arrived, so I made use of them, in a manner of speaking. More their voices, really. These collars, they don't just track us. You can eavesdrop on them as well. Tune to a frequency, and you can hear everything someone is saying. So perhaps it's a good thing that Dog swallowed his collar. Anyone listening would find it difficult to hear past the digestion. Very good. Yes, it's another layer of white noise to ensure privacy. Unfortunately, it's also acted as a dinner bell for the residents. As long as the holographic greeter outside is active, however, I can get by them. The holograms fascinate them. Ghost worship, perhaps. No. Dog?
Я же уже это выбирал.
Yes, but Dog doesn't know that. We don't share everything. Sometimes it's a blessing. Sometimes it causes difficulties. Now I think it's a blessing. It keeps you on that side of the cage. Now, you go fetch. Find your master. Bring him here so we can talk. Yes, you could. And once he was out, all starving and hungry, what do you think he would do then? Be careful what cage you open, because he won't go back in it without a fight. He'll tear you apart. He won't care if it kills you both. Dog obeys, yes. Why? Do you have some means of contacting the old man? You don't play it. If you do, I'll find a way to get out of the cage, end you. I'll murder you, crush your arms and legs until... No, you wouldn't. If you did, you won't escape this place alive. I'd shatter every one of your limbs to splinters and leave you here. You think I'm afraid of your collar exploding, killing us? No. I'll leave you breathing, then keep walking until my collar goes cold. I'll prop your broken body in view of the Sьерра-Мадре so you can see what you came to steal, forever out of reach as you die. No, you're not. Even though Dog's more docile, easier to control. You may regret this. This place is where creatures like Dog can survive. The people that fill its streets. He is as vicious, more vicious than them. His hunger can help you more than I can. When I am in control, this shell is difficult to fight in. I am not sure you belong here. No, you don't belong here. Yet, you came this far, and I'm not interested in remaining here any longer. I'll unlock the cage. Very well. To the fountain and its ghost, then.
Ну а если вы здесь впервые, вы можете, твою мать, подписаться на канал, поставить лайк, нажать на колокольчик. А меня зовут Веритас. Всем до новых встреч. Всем пока-пока-пока-пока.